Bueno, pues nada, estoy aquí con el juego de Outer Worlds y nada, vamos a echar una partidita para probarlo, a ver qué tal está, ¿vale? No creo que me lo pase ni nada, ¿vale? Simplemente tenía curiosidad por probarlo. Pero bueno, vamos a ver.
Why stay earthbound when prosperity awaits you in the stars? Come to Halcyon, the only colony on the edge of the frontier, owned and operated by corporations. A trip of 10 short years will feel like mere minutes, thanks to the comfort and safety of your very own hibernation chamber. You'll wake up in a perfect society designed to maximize your productivity, with guaranteed full employment. With only a minor term of service, you will become the master of your own destiny when you go out of this world to the Halcyon colony.
Hundreds of thousands of colonists left adrift out here forever, just to keep from damaging the board's bottom line. Disgraceful.
Vale, esto para crearnos el personaje. Vamos a hacernos algo rápido, ¿vale? Parece que tenemos 6 puntos. Esto nos da salud. Vamos a meterle aquí un par de punticos. Vamos a meter otros dos aquí. No metemos nada, vamos a ser un poco tontos. Vale, a ver, siguiente. Disponibles los puntos. Cuerpo a cuerpo, a distancia, defensa.
You could have been a goalie for a tossball team.
Vale, pues así. Aptitud. Vamos a poner la medicina.
I hope you're comfortable with needles.
Aspecto. Vamos a dejarlo así, predeterminado, ¿vale? Características, ¿esto qué es? Maquillaje, sí, me voy a maquillar yo. Venga, va. Nombre. Pedro, venga. Ok. Vale, aceptar. Siguiente.
Looks to be your lucky day, my friend. Not likely, bootlickers. Initiate skip jump.
Status. Structural integrity down 25%. Power levels down 11%. Skip drive.
Shit.
Inoperable.
Ah, there you are. Wondering what's going on, eh? Bit of bad news there, I'm afraid. Your colony ship was inexplicably knocked out of skip space and forced to complete its journey at sublight speeds. This means that you and every other colonist on the Hope have been in suspended animation for 70 years, give or take. Normally, reviving someone after so long leads to some quite horrifying results. It's called explosive cell death, but it's really more of a liquefaction. Something wrong? Oh, yes, well, not to worry. I've pumped your body full of a special concoction I devised to keep you from dying so horrifically. Hopefully at all, but I guess we'll see, yes? Unfortunately, I used the last of my chemical supplies saving you. I know it's a lot to ask, but I must have your help securing more if we're to save the rest of your fellow colonists. I'd see it done myself, of course, but the board has a sizable bounty on my head. Now, my ship is inoperative, but I've managed to hire a smuggler to help you out. He'll be... Oh,
Menudo personajillo.
good luck.
No le va nada, no le funciona nada a la leche, qué tío.
Can you hear me? Is this thing working? Ah, there you are. Now, where were we? Oh, yes, the smuggler. His name is Hawthorne, and he should be waiting for you at the landing site. He's to be your chauffeur, so to speak. Not to worry, I'm told he's a specialist. Dashing gunslinger, one-of-a-kind ship, that sort of thing. You'll like him, I'm sure. I've also outfitted you with a simple wireless monitor, so I can track your progress. I'll check in with you as soon as you land. Good luck. All the colonists are counting on you.
Bueno, entonces parece que tenemos que hacer algo para que sobrevivan el resto de colonos.
Ah, you've landed. Good. Hawthorne should be close by. What in law's name? Is that him? Oh, that idiot. I told him to plant the beacon and move away, not stand there holding it. Oh well, no sense in letting his ship go to waste.
Se hemos caído
Hawthorne
encima.
won't mind you taking his ship. Better you than the board, huh? Not sure I trusted the fellow. Might have gone after the bounty on my head. Shame about the whole squashing thing. Nasty way to go.
Muy bien. Se hemos caído encima del tío que había venido a esperarnos, ¿no? Con el que tenemos que contactar. Genial. Muy bien. Bueno, pues nada, vamos a seguir la ruta que nos marca. Está chulo a nivel artístico. ¿No? esto nos camuflamos, ¿no? Es para que no nos vean esos bichos de ahí arriba. Bueno, no sé si llevamos armas, parece que no llevamos ningún arma ni nada aún. Vale.
Easy now. You've been frozen for a while. There's bound to be unforeseen side effects.
Tendré que bajar. Bueno, cuestión. Esta es la última, utiliza. Uno de adrena, ¿y eso qué? La adrena esa, ¿dónde me marca eso? Bueno, ya nos lo explicará. Ah, sí, donde pone LB. Que tengo 10, imagino. No sé. ¿Oigo a alguien toser? Sí, tío.
Hey, you, come here. You've tried the best now. Now try the rest. Spacer's choice. Oh, that stings.
Venga, vamos a curarlo.
Looks like the bleeding stopped. I owe you one. Hope you don't mind me omitting this little exchange from my report. Spacer's choice doesn't like us accepting outside help.
A ver, ¿qué te ha pasado?
We were out on patrol. I saw a marauder camp up in the hills. Thought I could take him. Then my gun misfired. Right through my side. I mean, what are the odds of that, right? Just barely scraped by with my life. Crawled in here and blocked off the exit with those canisters.
A ver, los
Gibbering,
rodeadores.
flesh-eating, law-breaking, unemployed lunatics with guns. Some hull had grounded their spacecraft out in the open. That's a real good way to attract marauders. See those canisters by the entrance? Marauders come sniffing around in here, and I can take them all out with a single shot. Not bad, huh?
Bueno, mola que me dé el arma, ¿no?
Yeah, okay. You look like you know your way around a gun. Got some spare ammo, not counting the bullet in my side. Here, you can have my saber too, for patching me up and all. All Spacer's Choice weapons are now 30% less likely to malfunction. You've tried the best, now try the rest. Spacer's Choice. Yes, nailed it that time. You hit your head or something? You're in Emerald Vale. We're a Spacer's Choice community. Edgewater's a little ways down. Prettiest place in the Vale. Be sure to stop by a provisioner's for a can of our famous salt tuna. The Hope? Is that some sort of fancy new drug? Are you with Auntie Cleo or something? Don't take this the wrong way or nothing, but I'm not allowed to fraternize with Cleo workers. Company policy.
Bueno, pues me voy. Vale, ya tenemos un arma. A ver si habrá algo para coger por aquí. A ver, ¿ves? Para de lejos.
Damn it, my ears! Oh, what just happened? Can you hear me? What in the... This...
RB, ¿no? Vale. Vale, y la barra morada. Sí. Vale. Me recuerda un poco al Fallout, pero así, futurista, ¿no? Y por planetas raros y todo eso. A ver, ¿qué tenemos? Vale. Porque tengo dos sables. Vale, igual. A ver, ¿qué más tenemos por aquí? No, no vamos a ir en cuero por ahí. No puedo. Bueno, parece que podemos llevar dos cosas, ¿no? De armadura. A medio diario. Personajes. Diario. Vale, tenemos que buscar la nave del Harborten este. Vale, mapa. Bueno, pues nada, vamos a fallar. Vale, parece mucha basura a coger por aquí. Como uso el sable. ¿Qué me han dado? A ver. Mierda, ha estado una cura. Muy bien. Esto del tiempo. Ah, vale. Ahí. A ver si sabes. A ver. Vale, y lo usa con esto, vale. No tengo un botón para cambiar rápido. Vale, sí. Si lo pulso, cambia directamente. Bueno, había otro. Entonces, aquí. No, un árbol. Bueno, pues yo he matado a otro, no lo veo ahora, por ningún lado. Vale, esa será la nave. Y aquí hay más gente. ¿Me tengo que matarlos?
Get over here before you get yourself killed.
Hola, ¿qué pasa?
Gall on that rung leech. Landing in the Vale without using an official Spacer's Choice landing pad. I'd slap him with a fine if it weren't for all these marauders shambling about.
A ver.
Really? How is he?
Sí, ahora sí.
Shouldn't
Vale.
have done that. Spacer's Choice family ain't authorized to receive medical aid from off-brand physicians.
Hostia, verdad, no se lo tenía que haber dicho.
Edgewater. Just as soon as I cross these marauders off with the swift, cost-efficient fury that's made Spacer's Choice the most trusted brand in personal defense, I just, need a couple of winks to catch my breath. Stretch my legs some.
A ver.
Well, sometimes. Management's real good at cost-benefit analysis. But, seeing as I'm the acting manager in this situation, you know what? You're right. It's time we cross those marauders off, find whoever owns that ship, and file a full report. Then it's gonna be fucking laminated.
Here we go.
Vale. Bueno, si los matan ellos, pues no tengo que matarlos yo, ¿no? Hostia, lo han cargado este. ¿La otra también? ¿La han cargado? Este no lleva nada. Vamos. ¿Y la tía? ¿La mata también o dónde está? La que habla. Este es el otro que estaba con ella. No la veo. Bueno, pues que le den. A la nave.
Please be informed that this vessel contains no valuable plunder.
Vale, vamos a ver.
Unauthorized access of spacefaring vessels is a crime. Please submit yourself to the authorities. Hello, please be informed that I am authorized to use violent retribution against unwanted solicitors. Please return any misappropriated equipment and exit this vessel in an orderly fashion. Failure to do so will result in your immediate destruction.
No he robado nada, ¿no? Aún.
I detect an elevated heart rate, indicating dishonesty. Please prepare yourself for lethal deterrence. Jettison procedures initiated. Please engage in airlocks. Prepare to eject all boarding parties in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You are still here. My deception protocols have failed. I have been programmed to express disappointment. This vessel is the registered property of Captain Alex Hawthorne. I am incapable of accepting orders from anyone other than Captain Alex Hawthorne.
Bueno, es verdad, el que hemos chafado, ¿no? ¿Qué le digo? Vamos a ver.
I deduce from the tone of your voice that Captain Hawthorne failed to meet you at the designated location.
Vale.
I understand. I will require some time to process this information. Thank you for your patience and for your honesty. I am programmed to take orders exclusively from Captain Hawthorne. If I accept your orders, then you must be Captain Hawthorne. Do you understand?
Ah, ya somos capitán, entonces. Bueno,
Well
va.
done,
Que ella
Captain
diga.
Hawthorne. I see your powers of deductive reasoning remain intact. Unfortunately, our engine is currently inoperable. Our main drive suffered a critical power failure, and we were forced to make an emergency landing. The main drive's power regulator has been irreparably damaged and must be replaced. Astutely observed. However, the probability of locating a power regulator within a worker settlement falls within acceptable parameters of certainty. High-capacity power regulators are sometimes employed in the electrical networks of worker settlements. I have taken the liberty of printing you a new Captain's Identity cartridge. Please try not to lose it this time. This cartridge identifies you, Alex Hawthorne, as the registered proprietor and captain of the Unreliable. Do you understand?
Sí.
Best of luck in your search for a power regulator. Try to stay alive this time.
Vale, pues ahora es nuestra nave, ¿no? Vale, pues nada, tengo 10 puntos. Hostia. Tecnología. Antes, claro, en vez de subir de aquí de uno en uno, subes como toda la categoría, ¿no? Bueno, como estoy jugando para probar el juego, también me da un poquito igual, ¿eh? Vamos a mejorar las armas y la defensa. Vale, tengo un montón de asteriscos en los letreros estos de aquí arriba. Vale, tengo que aplicar. Vale. Vale. Muy bien, ¿qué más? ¿Podemos mejorar algo más? Ventajas. Tengo un punto. ¿Se puede llevar más carga? Sí. Venga, vamos subiendo. Venga, vale. Vale. A ver. Vale, no actualiza el diario. Vale.
If your equipment is in need of repair or modification, the Crux 2000 workbench is at your disposal, Captain.
Bueno, igual había algo más por la nave. Uy, ¿este quién es?
I'll be with you, friend. I'm Ernie from the Spacer's Choice Department of Human Resources. Town sent me hereabouts to check on the guards. Now, it seems to me, and correct me if I'm wrong here, but seems to me they're all dead. Mind telling me what happened here? Altercation, you say? Yeah, shame as that goes. Spacer's Choice policy strictly prohibits dying during work hours. Guess I'd better get to cleaning up. Can't just leave company property scattered about, bleeding out on the dirt.
Oye, pues sí, vamos a decir
No
esto.
can do, friend.
Joder, qué cabrón.
That armor's Spacer's Choice property. Bodies, too. Living or otherwise. Company policy, you see. You don't want to amble on over to Edgewater at your earliest convenience. Constable's office might have work for someone with your, let's just say, aggressive disposition. Oh, and be sure to stop by the Edgewater Provisioner for a can of salt tuna. It's not the best choice. It's Spacer's Choice.
Vale. Bueno, vámonos, no le pregunto nada. Y ahora, pues tenemos que ir para allá. A ver el mapa, vamos a ver el mapa. Mapa aquí. Bueno, no parece que esté muy lejos, ¿no? Que una nave, por arriba. Estos meros de... Esto habrá que matarlos, ¿no? Verdad, cabrón. ¿No tiene nada? ¿Tampoco? Nada, no me da nada. Qué chulo. La frontera o algo así han dicho, ¿no? Se llamaba. Sí, el cementerio. Lo primero que vamos a visitar. A ver, ¿qué me cuentan esto?
Whoa, hey, where'd you come from?
Merodeador. Vale, vale.
Your pod? What are you on about? You take a bruise to the cranium? Ain't safe out here. You'd best head into town. Avail yourself of Edgewater's high walls and low prices.
Ah, Frontemar. Es Frontemar, vale. Frontera, he dicho yo. Claro, ahora que le digo, ¿soy Pedro o...? A saber quién es el Alex este. Vale, a ver.
I'm being vigilant. Don't want to get blindsided by some corpse-chewing marauder come stalking out the shadows. I am employed by the Retirement Department of Spacer's Choice. That's fancy talk for working in the cemetery. Name's Silas, junior in humor for the town of Edgewater. We're all part of the Spacer's Choice family. Definitely not the junior in humor, that's for sure. If you've got business inquiries, you should stop by Reed Thompson's office. He's up in the tower above the cannery. Head into town, follow the road. Look, you obviously ain't a worker. What's your racket? You a smuggler? Freelancer? Got a knack for being discreet like? There's money to be made, long as you keep your nose clean. Edgewater is a company town, board-owned and operated. That includes the cemetery. None of us own our grave sites. We rent them from the company. Renting means money. Money means paperwork. Paperwork means signatures. Some of our families become a mite delinquent in paying their dues, you see? Four workers still haven't paid up. Phyllis, Conrad,
Vale, esta es la misión
Martin
secundaria,
Abernathy.
imagino.
He's a special case. You may want to twist his arm a little. Conrad's got a barbershop in town. Phyllis works at the cannery most hours. Abernathy, I ain't seen him in a few days. His domicile is near the cannery. You'll find him in town. All except Ludwig, that is. He's over by the landing pad. He just is. Look, I don't want to get into it. Just make sure he pays up.
Vale. Esto no hablo. Trece de 20. ¿Será que tienen más nivel, no? ¿Esto qué coño, no toques nada. No, la para. Vámonos. No creo que sirva para nada, pero bueno. Está para venderla o algo. Vale, vamos a entrar a la ciudad. No sé si deberíamos ir aquí con la pistola, ¿no? No creo que pase nada, ¿no? Guardia. Barbería. La cantina. Vale, tenemos que ir a buscar al líder del pueblo. A ver el mapa, esto... Ah, mira, tengo más armas. Bueno, son todas iguales. A ver, mapa... Tampoco es muy grande. Esta será la misión secundaria. Ah, no, son tiendas. ¿Y la misión secundaria dónde me la...? ¿O tengo que marcarla yo? Diario. Tarea. Bueno, vale.
Friend of mine died a couple weeks back. Still ain't past it.
Bueno, no sé si me podrán pillar robando o algo de eso así, ¿vale? No tengo ni idea.
Hey, you hear about Wilson?
Vale, venga, vamos para adentro.
The grease monkey, Argo?
I'm sorry.
Seems we've got a guest. Really now, Parvati, I do wish you'd spoken up. I do apologize. I was given no forewarning of your arrival, or I might have welcomed you at the gates myself. I'm Reed Thompson, Outpost Administrator. I cannot help but notice you are not in uniform. Shirt, pants, work boots, company-approved colors. The, honorable apparel of a loyal worker?
Pues no soy tu empleado.
Only regulator we got is hooked up to the town transformer. Mr. Thompson ain't liable to be keen on dismantling it.
I beg your pardon. I am most emphatically not keen on any such thing. I can't let you have our power regulator. But I happen to know of another one, and I happen to know exactly how you may retrieve it without frying yourself in the process. There's a power regulator in the old botanical lab. It's mostly abandoned, so all that power is being squandered. Go down to the geothermal plant. Reroute power from the botanical district over to us. Once their power's shut down, you can have their regulator and be along on your way. I was not entirely sure how to tell you this. The botanical labs are not legally inhabited, but there are people who live there. No, I do not imagine they will be pleased. But like a parent disciplining an unruly child, you will be doing them a kindness. The people living in the botanical labs, they're deserters, former workers. I need them back at their posts. I need them to come home.
Bueno, que sepas que no me caes bien, de momento.
Edgewater is struggling. We haven't hit our production quota in years. If we don't meet our quotas this year, the company might shut us down for good. I need those workers back at their stations. Neither do I. The fault was entirely mine. I pushed them too hard. My hope is that by cutting off their power, you will convince those deserters to come back to town. Before you go to the plant, I want you to stop by the botanical lab. Speak to their leader, Adelaide. Tell her the power's about to go, and that it's time her band of deserters came back to town.
Bueno, esto me gusta un poco más. Por lo menos vamos a ir... Parece, vamos a ir dialogando primero, ¿no?
Adelaide's older than the other deserters. She's dignified, kindly. From what I understand, her camp looks to her for leadership. That is not a hypothetical I enjoy entertaining. We need Adelaide back. Nonetheless, I will settle for the return of her followers. We belong to one community, the Spacer's Choice family. If we dissolve into factions, then we will all perish separately. Adelaide will understand that. Of course, I understand completely. Here, let me give you the passcode to the geothermal plant. A sign of good faith for so politely listening to me as I ramble on.
Are you setting off for the Vale? Because I know my way around. I mean, in case you want a guide. I mean, if that's all right with you, Mr. Thompson. Sir.
I hesitate to part ways with Miss Holcomb, but I cannot deny that she is talented and may prove useful to you.
Sí,
great.
Perfecto. Muy bien.
I got my wrenches and diagnosticators and hairpins and engine tape, so I'm all set.
Well, I am glad to hear that. Best of luck to you, and thank you again for your help. It is a lot to ask of a stranger, I know.
Vale. Acompañantes. Anda un logrito. Vale. Vale. Señorita Parvati.
We better clear out of Mr. Thompson's office before we talk.
Vale. Vale, sí. Yo creo que no te caes muy bien a ti tampoco. Vale, vámonos. Vale, ¿le doy?
Hey, mister, can we talk? Sorry. Can we talk?
Sí, sí. Mira.
It's just Mr. Thompson has his own view on matters, on account of it's his job and what all, but that's not the only side of the tale.
Me ha dicho algo y no lo he leído, ¿vale? Lo he dado 2 veces y lo primero no sé qué me ha dicho.
To Mr. Thompson, a person's a gear. It does its job quiet-like. If it squeaks or stutters, it gets replaced. The deserters are decent folk. I knew some of them before they left.
A ver.
Miss McDevitt? Oh, gosh, no. She was a real important person. A flavorist. Made all the food taste decent. She used to work up in the big office with Mr. Thompson. All I know is she left after her son died. It was a real big to-do. I could hear them both yelling clear from my own place. Life's hard here. Especially for them that don't fit in so well. We're one big Spacer's Choice family, but every family's got the one the rest whisper about. Mr. Thompson's aiming to take away their power. They'll have no lights to see, nor heat to cook. They'll be at the mercy of marauders, or worse. I think you should talk to the town's vicar about it. Max, his name is.
Vale.
Thanks, mister. I just think when you gotta make a decision that'll hurt somebody, it's best to think on the right and wrong of it. That's what my dad used to say anyways.
Muy bien. Entonces ahora tenemos dos opciones, ¿no? Vamos a ver el diario. La tarea no. Esto. No puedo... Vale, yo quiero hacer la opcional, pero no la puedo marcar. ¿Cómo sé cuál la de las dos es? Vicario, vale, pues ese. ¿Dónde está esta chica? Venga, vámonos. Vale, pero está fuera del pueblo, por lo que veo. Bueno, las dos están fuera del pueblo, o sea que... Vale, una me la marca aquí y otra aquí en la puerta. No sé. Vale, es que esto es una iglesia. Vale, va a ser esta de aquí. Bueno, es una iglesia. Tiene forma de cruz, el edificio. Vale, entraremos por aquí. Muy bien.
I've always felt weird in here. It's too clean.
Pues este hombre es... A ver qué nos cuenta.
Yes, what is it? You're an outsider. Fantastic. Vicar Maximilian de Soto at your service. Or Vicar Max, if you're the sort who prefers brevity. And Miss Holcomb as well. How rare to see you out. And with a complete stranger. Curious.
Just tagging along, Vicar de Soto. Don't mind me.
I so rarely get new people to talk to. Name your poison, anything at all. Spiritual counseling, this season's tossball predictions, the quickest way out of town.
But what? I thought you would talk to him.
Habla tú.
You wanted to speak to me, Ms. Holcomb? Every time I've tried to engage you in conversation, you look at the floor, answer in single words, and slink away. I can't imagine what would be so grave as to drive her to my mission. What has Mr. Thompson asked her to do? Depriving them of safety from the marauders and wildlife. I can see why that troubles you. Miss Holcomb has a soft heart. Always has, if you believe the talk. Assuming your goal is to save as many as possible, then you should bring everyone together. Send the power to Edgewater and convince the deserters to return to the fold.
O sea que mejor que hablemos con ellas para que vuelvan por las buenas.
Not if things are left to stand as they are. If you don't mind a bit of unsolicited advice, be cautious on your way to the geothermal plant. It is not as safe as you might assume. One of the reasons I transferred here was to fulfill my duty in hunting down banned heretical texts. I happen to know such a book is, as we speak, tainting a collector's library in Emerald Vale. However, the collector's residence lies outside the town's walls. My retrieval efforts have been thwarted by marauders who have overrun the property. Should you fare better than me, I'd pay a handsome sum for the book.
No creo que quiera quemarlo. Bueno, vamos a seguir la corriente.
It's a handwritten journal. A faded blue cover with the name M. Bakonu handwritten in the lower corner. I'll mark where I saw it on your map. Assuming you're serious?
Venga, vamos ahí.
Thank you. If you retrieve it, you can always find me here.
Vale. Y ahora van a ser las dos fuera del pueblo. ¿Cómo se ha quedado esto? Es esta, ¿no? Pero ¿cómo la marco? O ya está marcada. Bueno, tenemos que salir. Bueno, igual había cosas aquí para explorar por la ciudad, tiendas y todo eso, ¿vale? Pero vamos, es que ya llevo que soy una hora. La verdad es que te pones a jugar y no haces nada en una hora a un juego de ese tipo. No veo que se ha hecho de noche. Vamos a avanzar un poquito. Es en combate, que hará esta tía, si la podré mandar yo cosas o qué. A ver, ¿esto qué es? Ah, vale, estos son órdenes.
Heading out.
Ah, vale, para ir controlando al ayudante. ¿Y cómo la cancelo?
All right, I'm on the move.
¿Cómo cancelo la orden? Tú, pabilas, ven.
Be right there.
Ah, vale, la mantengo y se cancela. Muy bien. Vale. Bueno, ya no me recuerda tanto a Fallout. Pues aquello será, ¿no? Y aquí no hay enemigos. No sé. Si no me ataca, no lo mato. ¿No? Vale, pues ¿por dónde se entra? Bueno, te ha tirado una máquina. Bastante mejor que yo. Igual. Pero no. Pero mejor no le disparo, ¿no? Buena compañía, me he buscado. No sé, si venía a hablar con ellos. Ah, no, venía por el libro. Vale, tenía que venir a robarle un libro, vale, entonces sí. Claro, porque hemos dicho de... Sí, vale. A ver si lo encontramos, el librito. Está abajo. Oye, ¿qué está ahí dentro? 2 metros. Vale, vas a esta puerta. Muy bien. Sabía que iba a ser un libro. Ponía el manual. Vale, vamos a hacer tonterías. Y ahora, pues bueno, imagino que... Pero una especie de memoria, ¿no? Tendremos que volver a llevarle el libro al tío este. Bueno, nosotros vamos a venir de aquí. Viaje rápido. Pues no, vamos a otro lado. Disponible. Joder, malimos hoy. Bueno, tendré ya armas. No tienen nada. Vale, a ver qué armas tenemos y todo eso. Inventario. Tenemos esto. Sí, tenemos esto. Vale. Eso. ¿Podré mejorarla también al ayudante? A ver, personaje. Esto del acompañante. Bueno, el equipo y todo eso sí. Su comportamiento. Vale, bien. Vale, aquí la tenemos. Parvati. Bueno, pues nada. Vamos a ver qué hay aquí. ¿Dónde tenemos que ir ahora? Aquí. ¿Lo que es? No sé, pero se me pone rojo. Vale, son una especie de minas, ¿no? Es aquí. Pero no sé... Ah, vale, no. Como si lo hubiera pirateado, ¿no? O algo así. Vale, ahora... Ah, vale, no lo había cogido. En estos juegos se coge más basura. Claro, no te obligan a cogerla, ¿no? Pero... ¿Podré ir por aquí o...? Bueno, ahora sí que tenemos que volver al pueblo. Imagino que dará lo mismo. Vamos a ver si podemos ir por aquí. Vaya. Y bueno, pues nada, voy a ir cortando ya. Llevamos una horica, la verdad es que no hemos visto prácticamente nada en una hora. Este tipo de juegos necesita bastante más tiempo. Pero bueno, tampoco quiero hacer un vídeo súper largo, ¿vale? Bueno, la verdad que tiene buena pinta, ¿vale? Tiene que estar chulo. Pero tengo muchos juegos para jugar y este seguramente es bastante largo. Así es que no sé, no creo que lo acabe jugando. Quizá más adelante, ¿vale? Pero bueno, por lo menos ya lo he visto un poquito y he visto de qué va y todo eso. Y nada, pues nos vemos el próximo día en otro vídeo. Venga, hasta otra.